Hello guys, welcome back and you're watching The Myth. Today we are back with the history of one of the greatest rulers of the entire India. So if we give an intro about that great emperor, we can say it like this. There were two Portuguese travelers in his city in the 15th century. That means the century that he ruled. Their name was Domenico Pace and Fernando Neves. They had visited almost all the countries in the world because at that time the travelers wrote the histories of the land. So they visited Vijayanagara Empire as their last spot, and they wrote something in their travel directory, and that was the place that they visited the last is the best of the whole expedition. And that was the Vijayanagara Empire, and the ruler I'm talking about is Shri Krishnadeva Raya. So let's get detailed about him. Shri Krishnadeva Raya was an emperor of Vijayanagara Empire who reigned from 1509 to 1529. He was the third ruler of the Tuluva dynasty and is considered to be the greatest ruler of that dynasty. He possessed the largest empire in India after the decline of the Delhi Sultanate. Presiding over the empire as it's seen it, he is regarded as the icon of many Indians. Krishnadeva Raya earned the title of Kannada Raja Rama Ramana, that means Lord of Kannada Empire, Andhra Bhoja and Andhra Scholar King. So please do forgive because if there is any mistake in my pronunciation. So later, he became the dominant ruler of the peninsula of India by defeating the Sultans of Bijapur, Golconda, the Bahmani Sultanate and the Gajapatis of Odisha, and was one of the most powerful Hindu rulers of India. Indeed, when the Mughal Emperor Babur was taking a stock of the potentates of North India, Krishnadeva Raya was rated the most powerful and the most extensive empire in the subcontinent. As earlier said, Portuguese travelers Domenico Pace and Fernando Neves also visited the Vijayanagara Empire during his reign. Travel logs indicate that the king was not only able to administrate but also was an excellent general, leading from the front of the battle and even attending to the wounded. On occasions, the king changed battle plans abruptly, turning a losing battle into victory. The South Indian poet Mukku Timara praised him as a destroyer of Turkeys. Krishnadeva Raya benefited from the able Prime Minister Timasuru, who was regarded by the emperors as a father figure and was responsible for his coronations. If we discuss about his early life, Krishnadeva Raya was the son of Tuluva Narasara Nayaka, an army commander, and Saluva Narasimhadeva Raya, who later took control of the empire to prevent its disintegration and became the founder of Tuluva dynasty, the third Hindu ruler of Vijayanagara. His main enemies were the Bahmani, the Gajapatis of Odisha, who had been involved in constant conflict since the rule of Saluva Narasimhadeva Raya, and the Portuguese, a rising maritime power which controlled much of sea trade. He also had a small part with the Ashoka's Kalinga. But as Krishnadeva Raya planned for an invasion of Kalinga, but the Gajapati's emperor Prataparudra was made privy to this plan. Prataparudra formulated his own plan to defeat Krishnadeva Raya and Vijayanagara Empire. The confrontation was to happen at the fort of Kalinganagar, but the wily Timasaru secured the information of Prataparudra's plan by bribing a Telugu deserter who was formerly under the service of Prataparudra. When the Vijayanagara Empire did invade, Prataparudra was driven into Cuttack, the capital of Gajapati's empire. Prataparudra eventually surrendered to Vijayanagara Empire and he gave his daughter Prince Jaganmohini in marriage to Shri Krishnadeva raya. Krishnadeva raya returned all the lands that the Vijayanagara captured to the north of Krishna river. This made the Krishna river boundary between the Vijayanagara and Gajavadi kingdoms. Krishnadeva raya established friendly relationship with the Portuguese, who set up the Portuguese Dominion of India in Goa in 1510. The emperor obtained guns and Arabian horses from the Portuguese merchants. He also utilized Portuguese expertise in improving the water supply to the Vijayanagara city. And at last, his death. The complicated alliances of the empire and the 5 Deccan sultanates meant that he was continually at war. In one of these campaigns, he defeated Golconda and captured its commander Madrul Mulk, crushed Bijapur and its Sultan Ismail Adil Shah, and destroyed Bahmani Sultanate to the son of Muhammad Shah II. The highlight of this conquest occurred on 19 May 1520, where he secured the fortress of Raichur from Ismail Adil Shah of Bijapur after a difficult siege during which 16,000 Vijayanagara soldiers were killed. The exploits of the military commander Ramalinga Naidu of Bhemasai Nayaks during the Battle of Raichur were distinguished and lauded by Krishnadeva raya. It is said that 70,000 foot soldiers and 32,600 cavalry and 550 elephants were used in the Battle of Raichur. Finally, in his last battle, he raced to the ground from the fortress of Gulbarga, the early capital of Bahmani Sultanate. His empire extended over the whole of South India. In 1524, Krishnadeva raya made his son Tirumala Raya the Yuvaraja. The prince did not survive for long. He was poisoned to death. By suspecting the involvement of Timasuru, Krishnadeva raya and his trusted commander and the advisor got blinded. At the same time, Krishnadeva raya was preparing for an attack on Belagaum, which was also under the leadership of Adil Shah. Around this time, Krishnadeva raya took seriously ill and he died soon after 1529. Before his death, he nominated his brother Achyutadeva raya as his successor. If you visit the Hampi city, you can see or you can experience the beauty of Vijayanagara sculpture, paintings, arts, etc. So we are winding up our video by saying this. So stay tuned for more videos like this, and if you like my video, subscribe to my channel. So we will be coming with the next video tomorrow. So till then, it's Amit signing off.